guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Comfort, and this is Comfy's treatment. So today I'm gonna be sharing my first story time. So I did mention that I had a bit of a tea story from my trip in Canada, and I thought this was like very hilarious. I actually wish Anesu and Lakem were here to share the story with me and Curtis, because it was pretty hilarious. But we're all on lockdown and Curtis is still in Canada and the other two are living somewhere in Auckland, so I can't get to them. But yeah, so let's get into it. Yeah, so I went to Canada in December and a group of us did a road trip. So we went to Edmonton, Calgary, and Banff. So our first stop was Edmonton, and I thought, oh, let me just jump on Tinder and Bumble and like meet people. But my original plan was to really see how guys look out there, like what their appearance wise and how they spit game. Like I was just interested in that, but I was not planning on meeting on nobody. So then like I thought, oh, maybe I should, like, for me to really know how they look and how they spit game, I'll need to see them face to face. So I thought, okay, why not just go for it? What harm can it do? Like, honestly. So then there was one day where we went to get some clothes at an outlet store. It was like Nike, Adidas, and Puma, like all those stores. So I thought, oh, it'll be cool to get some new gears, because I think they're much cheaper in other countries, but I could be lying because I don't know my economy stuff thing, stolen all about that, the money difference. Yeah, so I thought, okay, cool, we'll go and do some shopping. So I didn't have a SIM card or any like data to like check my messages. So if I find Wi-Fi, I'll just connect to any Wi-Fi, and I just, yeah, use my phone to look on social media and all that stuff. So whatever. So then I connected, ended up finding Wi-Fi around some place. I think it was like a close restaurant that had Wi-Fi. And let's call this guy Tim. Tim messaged me saying, hey, what's up? What are you up to? And so this is the person I've been talking to in Edmonton. I was talking to like other people, but he was much consistent. So I was like, oh, we're at this place. And he's like, oh, word, I live 15 minutes away from there. I was like, oh, okay. So while there's a group of us, I'm all with my friends, I'll let you know if we're going to do something and maybe you can pull up. He was like, sweet, sounds like a plan. So then I asked the team, yo, what are we up to? Tim says he lives like 15 minutes away, and I think he's keen to like come and like chill with me, but also he's gonna chill with all of us. And they're like, oh, okay, cool, like let's see what the group wants to do. So we went in the car after we did our shopping, and they're like, oh, we can either go, oh, my back, we can either go for go and eat, or we can go to like this arcade that actually has a restaurant there. I was like, yo, an arcade would be like pretty cool, we should go there, right? So everyone's like, yo, that sounds cool. So then we drove across the car park and we went to the arcade. So I messaged Tim saying, hey, we're going to the arcade and we're gonna play some games and stuff, so come through if you want. And he's like, oh yeah, bet, I'll be there soon. So then we go to the arcade, and yo, I am buzzing out because it's so massive. So it's like 2 floors. The bottom floor is the arcade games, and then it's like a bar and like it's like a mini, not a mini bar, but it's like a massive bar. I don't know how to explain it, but I think they were serving like bar food, so you know, like your chips and all that stuff like there, and like, yeah, your bar. So I think you guys get the drift. And then upstairs is like the restaurants, and then on the other side of the restaurants is like Tempin Bowling, and yeah, I think they just had Tempin Bowling, and I think something else was there, but I don't remember. So we're like buzzing, taking videos, like, whoa, this is so cool and stuff. And so we like got our cards. So I think, yeah, we had to buy it, and then we loaded up with like money, and then you have like, I think it's like runs by points based on how much you spend on the card to play games. So then we looked around and we're like looking at the games, and there was people there, so, and packed, but it was so cool, like really massive. So then me, Curtis, and Makasha, the other two that I was traveling with, we decided to go to the bar and get like a glass of wine. Yes, a glass of wine, like beer and a cider and stuff. So that's what we got. So I look on the menu. Tell me why this bar had Moscato, guys. I was so happy. I was like, y'all got Moscato? I love Moscato, guys. I love it. I love it. And like the bars here in Auckland, they don't serve like Moscato. They just serve like house wine or your other wine and stuff. So I was happy that they had it. I don't know what brand it was, but I just saw Moscato and I was like, I'm getting that. And so I got that. We got our drinks and like we walked over to the arcade. So tell me why Tim is taking 1 hour, 1 full hour to get to the arcade. I was like, are you a woman or what's going on, you know? So I'm just thinking, oh, is he not coming? So then I messaged him saying, oh, are you still coming? And he was like, yeah, no, I'm still coming. I'm actually on my way. I was like, cool. In my head, I'm like, how long does 15 minutes doesn't take 1 hour to get here? Like, but anyway, so we're playing games, we're having fun, we're recording each other, we're versing each other, like me and the group, and just laughing and just like enjoying. So my phone goes off saying, goes off, sorry, and Tim says he's here. I was like, oh, okay, cool. We're just like at the end of like the arcade come through. So he comes, he brings a friend. I don't know if you guys like to do, men in general, like when you're meeting a girl, you like to bring a friend, hoping that the girl you're meeting has a friend that will cater to your friend. Make that make sense, please. Make it make sense just for me. Drop in the comments, in my DMs, make it make sense, because I want to know. I want to know. Are we 12, guys? But anyway, that's just my own opinion. So it brings a friend. Tell me why this friend is wearing a jean with church shoes. So, and you know, he's not a bad looking person, but I was like, the outfit, what's going on? Anyway, that's of your own. I'll leave that one there. So then, Tolu like looks at me because one of the girls who was also on the trip looks at me like, am I gonna be the wing woman? I'm like, oh. At this point, I'm like, take one for the team. What can we do? Can't come and die. So then she, you know, says hi. We all say, so me and Tim, we say hi, we hug. I introduce him to the group. It's like, this is the crew, this is everyone. And so Tim pulls me away and takes me to go and play some games and, you know, just to talk and hang out. Everyone's in their own twos and twos. And yeah, so me and Tim are getting to know each other. He's cool. He's got things going on for him. Like he's working, he's studying. And I'm thinking, oh, this is a nice young fella. A very nice young fella. And yeah, so... okay, so yeah, now we go over... We all get together and we decide, should we go and eat? And we're like, yeah, let's go and eat. So I was like to Tim, and we're gonna call his friend Leonard, that, oh, do you guys want to come and eat with us? They're like, yeah, sure, we'll come and have dinner with you guys, we don't mind. We probably won't eat, but we'll just come and chill. I was like, okay, cool, sounds good. So so we went to the car, we drove, they followed us, and then this was like, maybe we should just get Uber Eats because we are leaving tomorrow morning to Calgary, and we should probably, you know, pack up the hotel, make sure it's clean. I was like, oh yeah, bet, sounds like a good idea. We should probably just get Uber Eats. So I said, oh, let me just like stop the car, let me get out, and then I just tell the other two boys, Leonard and Tim. So I tell Tim and Leonard, hey, we're going back to the hotel, you guys are free to join us, we're just gonna get Uber Eats because we gotta pack and we are leaving tomorrow for Calgary. And they're like, oh yeah, cool, that's all good, like we'll come. So sweet. So they come, we get to the hotel, everyone orders Uber Eats, and we know we're waiting for our food to come through. Tell me why Leonard goes next to Tolu and he's like talking to her, and she's just obviously listening, like there's no harm in just listening. And he confesses to her about cheating on his girl more than 20 times, but he's lost count. So he just says from 20 up. And Tolu's like, yo, what the heck? And everyone's like, what's going on? Tell us. What's going on? and like Tim starts speaking in French to Leonard, and they're like, je m'appelle, comment tu s'appelles, again, oui, and I'm like, I literally grabbed Tim, I'm like, hey, English, we don't speak French here, and he tells me that, oh, he just told her that, you know, he's been cheating on his girl. I was like, okay, and because I know there's more than that, and he was like, oh, he said that more than 20 times, but he's lost count, and we're like, bro, we were all shocked. Everyone was like, whoa, I was not ready. It was so crazy. I didn't know what to do. I was so confused. I thought I was in a soap opera for like just that 1 second, you know? Just how everyone reacted. So all of us were like, pause, let's go get our food. We'll talk about this upstairs at the restaurant. So everyone went downstairs, got their Uber Eats, because all the Uber Eat drivers started arriving at the same time. So you just see me going and grabbing my food. See the next person going grabbing their food. We're just grabbing, going upstairs. So we're like eating our food, and then we're asking Leonard, you know, do you like, what's going on? And he just said, oh, nah, I just been cheating on my girl. Like, I was cheating on her. And I was like, oh, how long were you guys with each other? They're like, oh, since high school. And I was like, oh, so that's your high school sweetheart? He's like, yeah. So me, I'm investigating. I'm asking questions. I want to know. Let's put the story together. Like, let's get some clarification to why you did what you did, you know? And yeah, he's like saying, yeah, but what is it called? Something about, I forgot. Yeah, he just said like that's what happened and stuff, like he cheated. And I'm like, so like when did you have the time to do that? And he's like, oh, when I got with my friends, I had a separate phone. I was like, huh? A whole separate phone even. And like he'll use that phone to like contact girls, and it was like his burner phone, you know, like, you know, drug dealers, they have that burner phone, and when you're about to get caught, you just take the SIM card, you break it, or you break the phone, get a new one. It was like that. Excuse me. So I was just like, okay. Anyway, interesting. And then like Tim's like telling us that he was friends with like his girl, and like they were best friends before he met like Leonard and stuff. And then me in my head, I'm like, you've had something to do with this. So then Leonard's like, oh, but someone like gave her a tip off. So like a tip off is, I don't know if that's how you say it, but like more of like let her know, like gave her a clue that her man was cheating, because when she found out, she like confronted him. Later tried to deny it, and she's like, okay, if you continue to lie to me, then we're over. And then he confessed, and then she's like, that's it, we're over. Like she was just like, either way, we're over. That was it. And then like he asked me from my perspective. He was like, how would you know if your man cheat? I was like, yeah, I would. Like it's not we're not oblivious to that thing. Like once we know that your patterns have changed, we've been knowing that you've been cheating. Like there's no like, yeah. We've been knowing. And he was just like, oh damn, okay. So I then asked, I was like, do you feel like you need to talk to someone like professionally, like a therapist or something? Because for you to be cheating for all these amounts of years with more than 20 women, and you've lost count at this point, like that to me sounds like it's a bit of a problem. And he was like, oh, I don't know. And I was like, I'm not gonna force you to do anything, and I'm letting you know, like counseling or therapy counseling, there's nothing bad in it. Like you're not talking to a shrink, you're literally voicing out what you've been through, and you're gonna have someone that's gonna help you or support you and help you and support you to navigate a way to actually break away from that pattern that you had. So I was like, I'm a social worker, but I'm not a qualified counselor. Like I've done a paper in it, but I'm not qualified, and I'm not getting paid to do this. So you need to talk to someone professionally. And so one of the boys, Lakem, asked, do you want to have a one-on-one talk with I, and then we can, you know, yeah, just see what's happening. And I thought, okay, that's a good idea. Like a man-to-man situation, that's good, because I feel like a man can understand where his perspective is coming from, and where, I don't know, they can probably come to some conclusion, or just help him, or even just to listen to him. Like that's, for me, that's all that mattered. I'm like, you need someone that you can talk to and that will listen to how you're feeling, because right now I cannot. I can't, it's too much. So then yeah, we're sitting down, they left, and we're still sitting down, we're like chilling. I think we're playing like before we were playing, I don't know if this was during or after we played Monopoly, but anyway, I'm looking at Mr. Tim's knees. Okay? Tell me why his knees were ashy AF. Ashy. Okay, I understand Canada can get very cold. I know that. But that's why I packed in coconut oil. Because I don't want my whole skin to be all ashy and dry and everything. This man had ashy knees. Like, my knees ain't... It's not ashy. Okay. He was ashy, guys. And you know what's so bad? I couldn't grab my phone to, like, text and be like, guys, look at his knees, it's ashy. Like, I couldn't tell the group that. Because if I told them that, everyone would just burst out laughing. And he'll be like, oh, what are you guys laughing about? So I was trying to think ahead. Like, I can't tell nobody. So I just stood there and I was like, in my thoughts, I'm laughing. Like, his knees were ashy. They were ashy. So fast forward, it's the end of the night and it's actually 2:30 in the morning. And we're saying bye to Tim and Leonard, saying bye to them. And Tim tells me he's coming to Calgary for New Year's as well. He's like, we should link up. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, add me on like Instagram. But really, I don't want to link up with him because I just wanted to hang out with my friends, enjoy my New Year's, and gap it over to Banff after that. Like, that was it for me. So yeah, we said bye, and then fast forward now when we're driving to Calgary. And so Lakeham's telling us the conversation he had with Leonard, saying that Leonard opened up more. He said that Tim's not a good friend to him. Tim apparently was the one that leaked the information about Leonard cheating to his girlfriend. And Lakeham asked Leonard, oh, aren't you guys friends? He was like, nah, that's not my friend. Like, he's not like the person I hang out with and stuff. And then I was like, that's so interesting. Because when we were having that conversation, I was like to Lakehan, that's interesting because also Tim said the same thing about Leonard. But I thought, it wasn't that deep. But as you can see, it's a bit of a deep thing there. Like their friendship. It's not really a friendship. It's like those friendships where like I did you a favor before, now you're gonna do me a favor. Like that's how it came off, right? And then he just said, then Lakeham said, oh, Leonard does agree that he might need to go for therapy or counseling because he has, after the conversation he had with all of us and also with what I said, like about the pattern, he reflected on it and said that isn't a good pattern. And I just said, oh, that's good. Like, hopefully he can find a therapist or a counselor to talk to and he won't feel less of a man, because I can understand like that can make guys feel like less of a man when really it's not. Like it's really a good thing. Like, shoot, I want to get counseling because your girl has some not issues, but she just needs someone to talk to sometimes. Like when the heart is just all over the place, need that. So yeah, Lakehan said that they had a really good conversation and it was all good. I was like, that's good. Like, that's good. And then Anissa was like, yo, comfort though. Your man's knees were ashy, and we literally burst out laughing in the van. And I was like, guys, did you see it? And then everyone's like, yes, we saw it. And I was like, guys, I wanted to text you and tell you guys, but I couldn't tell you because I knew that we're all gonna burst out laughing and it was just gonna be awkward. I just didn't know, and I forgot to mention it today, this like early in the morning when we woke up. And we're just like laughing about it, and we're like, man. Then everyone started mocking me, so obviously because I brought him around, and everyone's like, man, comfort, I think you need when is his birthday? I was like, I don't know when his birthday is. It's like, well, when you know his birthday, make sure you gift him with some lotion. Matter of fact, give him that coconut oil that you always use in. I was like, the shade, that whole tree. But yeah, so fast forward, we're in Calgary, and me and Anesu, we went to 7-Eleven after we had dinner with everyone. We dropped them off home. I needed to get some like coffee mixture and all that stuff because I was just feeling super sick. I was just sick, point blank, period, sick. And so yeah, we went to go and get some stuff from 7-Eleven for myself. And then after that, he was like, oh, let me take you to like 2 places. He was like, do you want to drive? I was like, yeah. So I drove. We drove to like this head sculpture place in Calgary and we took some pictures there. Then we drove to the Calgary Tower or Sky Tower. But it was so massive, so big. And we took like videos, photos and stuff. So then we went over back, like we walked back to the car, sorry. And then we got in the car, then I saw someone walking, and I was like, hey, doesn't that look like Tim and Esther? And Esther was like, nah, it can't be. I was like, well, he did say he's in Calgary. And then they're like, oh, and then and Esther was like, okay, let me go and have a look. I was like, yeah, go and check. So he goes and checks. Then I heard, hey man, what's up? Boom. I heard the clap, you know? And I was like, yeah, it's him. Tell me why I start fixing myself. I had braids, so my hair was even in a ponytail, so I'm doing this with my braids. And they come towards the car, so I stepped out and I'm like, oh, hey, it's nice to see you. And he was like, hey, how are you? I'm like, good. And we asked him how his New Year's was. He was like, it was packed. And we're like, yeah, same with ours. We had a packed night. There was a lot of us, because there was 15 of us when we went out for New Year's. And we're like, oh, where were you coming from? He's like, oh, I was just having dinner with the boys, but the boys wanted to stay. I was keen to just go home and stuff. Like, I gotta leave back to Edmonton tomorrow. And I was like, oh, cool. And then Anissa goes to Tim, it was nice seeing you, man, you know, that thing. And then Anissa went in the car, and then like Tim comes closer. Eee! Boys know how to skip, they know how to spit game in Canada. You're a different breed out there. But anyway, he comes closer and he's just like, oh, you look so beautiful, man. And he has me like, oh, really? Like, honestly, comfort. I don't know what was wrong with me then. But anyway, yeah, and I'm just like, oh, thank you. He's like, oh, I just don't want to say it in front of like your friend and be disrespectful, you know. And I was just like, thank you. And he was just like, so you're gonna continue talking to me or what? And I was like, yeah, of course. Comfort, of course, because you're getting this man's spitting games, so now you're all he can you imagine? So anyway, yeah, and he was just like, oh, it's so nice to see you. Then he like hugs me for ages, and I'm like, I gotta go, Tim. And he was like, okay, well, I'll hear from you soon. Safe journey, like, because I was going to Banff. And he was like, let me know how that goes and stuff. I was like, okay, it's all good. Then I jumped in the car, and Nesu laughs so hard. He was like, how ironic. We're in Calgary, you are ignoring this man, and you managed to bump into him on the last night. Doesn't that mean it's meant to be? And I'm just like, shut your mouth, you this man. So we drive back to the house. We tell everyone at the house. Everyone starts dying laughing. And then Curtis was like, so Comfort, was his knees ashy? And I was like, how rude. How rude. But he was fully clothed. There was no ripped jeans. But I don't know if he was ashy underneath. So that, my friend, we don't know. But yeah, fast forward, we don't talk anymore. The last time I think I messaged him was a while. I think it was when I was in Australia on my way coming back to New Zealand. So we don't talk. Funny enough is I unfollowed him, and he's been liking my stuff on the gram. And he probably does know that I'm doing YouTube now. So if he sees this video, Tim, I am not sorry. I'm sorry, but not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I don't know. But yeah, that is my first story time on how I encountered a guy with ashy knees. But anyway, I hope you guys really like the story. Let me know if you want more story times on my weird dates and run-ins with Mundums, or yeah. And also, if you want a video on traveling with a group and how's that like, my perspective on how that's like, I feel like people might benefit from that. If you are planning to travel in a group in the future, I can give you the pros and cons to how that's like. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like, share, subscribe, comment down below what you thought about it, what your thoughts were on the story times. If you actually enjoy my story times, let me know and I will do more for y'all. But it's time for me to log out, because I'm done, because I'm finished. It's the end, and are you ready to say bye to Comfy's treatment, Comfort Thomas? There we go. Yeah. So see you guys, and it's time for me to log out.